Right. Hello, Team Ninja. This is a review of the Nioh 3 demo. This is my impressions and my feedback for you guys. So yeah, I just wanted to jump right into it. Here we go. I love the demo, first of all. And I just want to show here, this is my profile on PlayStation. I want to show that I am indeed someone who plays a lot of Nioh, so that I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just some random person that's never played your games before. Hopefully this can get translated into Japanese. But I have 22 hours in the demo for Nioh 3. 112 hours here on the PS5 version of Nioh 2. In Wulong, I played on Xbox, so I think I probably have about 50 hours on Xbox. I'd be happy to pull up my profile on that if you guys need or want to see it. That's only on the PS5 version, okay? So then I'm going to keep scrolling down here to the PS4 version of Nioh 2. This is just like I said, housekeeping to let you know. And then another 187 hours right in the base game. And then you've had multiple demos of Nioh 2, 16 hours in one of the demos, and then there's in Nioh 1, 160 hours in the base game, the first game, and then 19 hours, in another one of the demos that you guys had. So clearly, I know a thing or two about the franchise. I've been playing it for many years. So I'm just going to go through here and give you guys my feedback. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to let some of my gameplay go on in the background here while we are talking about it. Let's see if I can keep it kind of low. Yeah, maybe you can hear a little bit. So the first thing that I wanted to discuss, there's I think 15. Yeah, I have, okay, about 19, 19 things. So I'll try to go through them pretty quickly. Try to be efficient here. So the first one is you got to add full customization for the controls, right? I got to be able to change any button to any control. You just got to add button mapping, full button mapping. It's unacceptable. It needs to be happening in all games. And we're in 2025. So just allow us to customize the controls any way that we want. Some of the controls are a little bit awkward for me personally right now, so please add that. Okay, number 2, more character customization options in the character creator. Now, this isn't confirmed yet since you guys haven't released the character creator fully. I'm just going based on your previous games, Nioh 2, Wulong, and Rise of the Ronin with the character creators. They're all exceptional. Some of the best in the industry. Literally the only one that comes to mind that might be a little better would be the Dragon's Dogma 2 character creator. Otherwise, you guys are top notch. You guys are way up there. So, yeah, just add more customization, and one of the easiest ways to do that is with your sliders, right? Allow the sliders in every single way, no matter what body part or what thing we are trying to customize, allow those sliders to go way off the charts. As we've seen in the industry, most games are going way too far on one side. Team Ninja and Capcom, at least in Dragon's Dogma 2, we want you guys to keep going in the other direction, okay? Keep going way on the other side of the spectrum. Allow us, if we want to have ridiculous proportions, if we want the guys to be super jacked, right, and have huge, massive muscles like He-Man, or the women to be super curvy and voluptuous, allow that. Allow the characters complete customization, the creators complete customization of their characters. There should be almost no limits, If we want to make something look ridiculous, let us. So you guys have a great character creator. Just lean in more. Go heavier with it. Go bigger. Go crazier. I really hope you guys don't censor anything. Don't do any of that crap, please. Because especially the Nioh players, we don't want it. We don't need it. It's not part of your fan base at all. All right. Number 3. This seems like a little thing, but it means a lot to me, and I think it would mean a lot to a lot of players. So with the health bars and the key bars, I really think you should do it like you do with Ninja Gaiden. They should start small. The health bars start small and let it grow as we get stronger. Let it get bigger. Let the health bars grow and get bigger over time. Same with the key bars. So, in Ninja Gaiden, as you play and you upgrade, your health bar starts, it's like right around here. And then as you get stronger and stronger, the health bar grows and gets bigger with you, right? And eventually it's like halfway across the screen. I can't stress enough how important that is in the fulfilling the power fantasy. As gamers, we want to feel powerful. We want to feel strong. And having the health bars and the key bars grow across the screen with us, it really means a lot, and it adds this like sense of immersion and depth into the game. And that's always frustrated me with the Nioh franchise, because you guys do it in Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden. The health bar should start small, right? And then as you play, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, you know, eventually. So if someone wants to have their health bar all the way over here, they should be able to. Or their key, the stamina. Like I like to have a lot of key. Let my key bar go crazy all the way across the screen. So yeah, I think it's a small thing, but please add it. Please. That'd be great. All right, number 4. Man, this has been an issue since Nioh 1. It's too much loot. The loot in these games it's so bloated. This is, I mean, you guys have been getting feedback about this since Nioh 1, and I'm not sure why you haven't changed it. I think there's a middle ground, okay? There's Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Gaiden over here, and there's Nioh over here. There's only like 7 weapons in Ninja Gaiden, right? And that's it. And you can't even change Ryu's armor at all. And then in Nioh, there's like hundreds or thousands of weapons, you know, and pieces of armor. The problem is, it's not that there's so much, it's that they're all largely the same. Like, they literally look identical. Like, you can have like 5 different odachis, 5 different swords, or pieces of armor, or a helmet, or a chest piece, and they all look exactly the same, just with tiny little differences of the stats. And I don't think that's fun. I'd much rather have a few dozen pieces of armor, right? So more than Ninja Gaiden, but much less than Nioh. Meet in the middle. Try to meet in the middle somewhere, you know? Where you have a few dozen pieces of armor, a few dozen weapons. And that way, you can have them be much more distinct. Not only with the perks and the attributes and the abilities that those weapons bring, but you can have the looks, right? The aesthetic of the weapons be so different. Like these claws, for instance. I love these claws. These talons that I have, I think they're very cool looking. However, some of the other claws, they look, you know, very boring, very basic. Or swords just in general. Like claws are actually an exception because the claws do look pretty cool. But like the swords, the regular katanas, they all look so similar, if not identical. Like they're the same name and they look identical, just with different, you know, little bit of different stats. And like I said, you can keep a lot of that, but I really think you should narrow down the loot pool. So we should become more attached to our weapon. So as you get a weapon, you can kind of customize the way it looks. Maybe you can add feathers to it, or you can change the color of it, or make the claws grow longer, you know, or change the hilt of the sword, change the way it looks, its texture. Things like that. I think allowing more customization and more depth into the weapons themselves would be much better than having a big, you know, swath, a big amount of weapons like you have now, because there's just too much loot. Players, we spend so much time, it's a joke in the Nioh community, right? Like, we spend so much time, like half the game, in the menu. It's like a menu simulator, you know? You got to do so much maintenance. Deleting weapons, selling weapons, trying to take perks from one weapon to put it on another. There's a lot of that maintenance stuff, and I think if you lessen the amount, you would really shorten that time up. And it would just make the game more fun overall. So I really think you should find a middle ground between the amount of weapons and armor from Ninja Gaiden and Nioh. Find a nice middle ground in there, and I think that would be a perfect sweet spot, personally. Number 5, there was an Amrita glitch, really small. Like, I died, I went to go pick up my Amrita, and I couldn't. So make sure you guys just iron that stuff out. Like, it was, like, locked inside of a rock. It was, like, glitching into a rock, and I couldn't get it out. So please fix that. Number 6, add light to the controllers, okay? Here's the light, right? The different colors. Allow us to change the colors, or you yourself put them in, like blue when we're running around, or green, and then when we get hit, the light turns red. Use the DualSense controller more. I think that would be really cool, adding a level of immersion to the gameplay, right? I think The Last of Us did this. I think Death Stranding. There's a couple games, right, on PlayStation that have done it, where the light on the DualSense changes color depending on the situation on screen. It's, once again, these are all small touches, but I think that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. What you'll get in the end, it'll really put all these things together. It'll really be a meaningful, impactful experience for the player. Okay? All right. That's number 6. Number 7, add more vibration. Once again, with the controller, more vibrations to small actions. Stellar Blade is a perfect example. I think you guys should take notes there. Stellar Blade had arguably the best vibration in any video game I've ever played. Even when you're walking, even when you're just walking, the controller would vibrate. You could feel little bits of vibration. When it was raining, okay, when the game was raining, you could feel tiny little bits of vibration throughout the controller. And you felt immersed. You felt like you were in the game, you know? And obviously the normal things, you know, when you hit someone or when you get hit, when you jump, double jump, all these things, dodging, they should all be accompanied by little bits of vibration. If I dodge to the right, I should feel it on the right side of my controller. If I dodge to the left, it should be on the left side. This is stuff I've never really seen in video games. Like I said, Stellar Blade's the closest thing to that. And once again, I truly believe it will add to the immersion, okay? It'll really add to the immersion of the game. I really hope this can get translated into Japanese, man, so you guys can understand what I'm saying. Okay, number 8. This has been on my mind for a very, very long time, ever since Nioh 2 came out in 2020, so at least 5 years I've been thinking about this and talking about it. The armor sets, I think you guys need to rework. Yeah, for the males, it's pretty good for the men. But the female armor sets, guys, it's not it. The female armor sets need to be reworked. And it's funny because you guys have the template. You've created the template yourself. Dead or alive, okay? Go look into the female sets, to the outfits they have in Dead or Alive. Bring those over, things like that, right? You can tweak them to make them a little more Nioh style if you want, if you need to. But the females, the women in those games, you know, Dead or Alive, it's fantastic. Even the Ninja Gaiden games, you know, Rachel, I forget the other women's names. You know, the women from Ninja Gaiden, bring those outfits the way they look, okay? Their hairstyles, all those things. Bring that into Nioh, you know? I try to be stylish. I play as, you know, women in these games, and I try to be stylish, but the armor is just not it. So what ends up happening is I end up wearing just maybe some kind of headgear, gloves, and then boots, because the chest pieces and the legs, they don't look good at all. They're ugly. I'm sorry. They're ugly. They don't look good. That's the truth of the matter. So really, please bring in more beautiful, more feminine looking armor pieces for the women. And like I said, you can add your Nioh flair to it and it could look really good. Because right now, what you've been doing, even in Wulong, like you're just taking male armor pieces and you're putting them on a girl, on a woman, and it doesn't look right at all. At all. So, and there's other games that do it pretty well out there. Yeah, so please look into it. You know, making the women look better with the armor. Because you have the character creator already. Alright, number 9. Make fast travel actually cost something. I know this is an interesting topic. Dragon's Dogma 2 is one of the only games I've seen that's done it. And I'm not saying you need to go that far with it. But I think making fast travel, like in between shrines, it can be fine, totally free. But if you're out exploring, I think making it cost some kind of currency would be really good. Because let's say you're out and about, it's kind of like Dragon's Dogma. You need to really think, do you want to spend this money or whatever it is, or the travel currency? Like, is it worth it for you to spend this? Or should you try to make it back to a shrine? You know? And it's that added layer of depth and complexity to the game and decision making, I think would really go a long way. Okay? So consider adding some kind of currency in order to fast travel if you're away from a shrine. Because it would just make getting back to the shrine more intense. It's like, oh my god, so I'm out in the woods, I don't really know where I am. You know, I could spend this currency to just fast travel back to the shrine because I'm low on health or low on Onmyo magic, whatever it may be. Or I can take the risk, finding my way back, working my way back to the shrine, risking that I might die, but I might also find something really cool on the way. Things like that, you know, and you're just trying to balance the risk and reward there. I think that would be awesome. Just a little currency. I don't think it needs to be as intense as the fairy stones in Dragon's Dogma 2, because those were so rare to come by and the fast travel was so limited. But I think with the generous amount of shrines that you have, I think having it cost something would just add just a little bit of decision making when you're out and about in the field. Okay, number 10, the UI. Allow us to customize the UI specifically. I've said this since Wulong. I don't know why you guys have been doing it. The health, needs to go up here. It needs to go up to the top left of the screen. Okay? Please allow us to take the health bar and everything and move it up here like it used to. And then you can take this guy, his health bar, the boss, put him down on the bottom like he used to be in Nioh 1 and 2. I don't know why, because look at the top left here. I mean, you just have this little X. I don't know why. It's just unused real estate. Here, down here, this is where my player is, okay? This is where my eyes go. I don't want to be distracted by all the little bars, at the bottom of the screen. But like I said, allow the players to customize it. Maybe some people like it down here at the bottom. I'm not one of them. I want it on the top left. It's just how I grew up playing games. It's how I like to play my games. I want my health bar to be taken from down here, and I want to move it up to the top. That's just me. Small thing, right? I think allowing the players to customize that, I think that'd be easy. Allow us, if we want to make this part disappear, allow it. If we want to make this part over here disappear, allow it. Allow full customization of the user interface, the UI. All right, number 11. I mean, this needs to be said. I'm sure you guys have heard it internally, or at least hopefully externally, The game engine, it's one of two things. You guys either need to rework the game engine or get rid of it entirely and start doing Unreal Engine 5. The graphics aren't good. Okay, we can't be nice about it. We can't really beat around it. The graphics are not good. They're outdated. Looks like a PlayStation 3 game. They've never looked good. That's not to say, please don't misunderstand me, Team Ninja. The art style, I think, is exceptional. You guys have great art style, amazing enemy designs, beautiful characters. All the stuff that you have in the game is amazing, okay? The art style itself, the graphical style itself is awesome. The graphics, the textures, those things, they don't look good. They don't. And I truly believe that's part of the reason why Nioh doesn't get the respect that it rightfully deserves. It's because of the graphics. The graphics just aren't that good. We want the graphics to be better. Oh, did I just beat this guy? Yeah. We want the graphics to be better. I want to be able to see the tiny little textures and details on all the enemies, on all the characters, on all the environment, on every single flower that's in the game. But because of the way the graphics are with this aging game engine, I guess it's your in-house engine, I have no idea what it is, it doesn't look good. And you've proven that you can make it look good because you've done it already in Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, the remake, earlier this year. You kept the core gameplay the same, you just put that beautiful graphical layer over top. Oh, chef's kiss, it was amazing. It looked astounding. So either do that, or upgrade the engine, overhaul it entirely, or just, shift it over to Unreal Engine 5. I know that's a big ask. I know that's a tall order because it's late in the development cycle of this game. But this doesn't look good. I don't know how you could think this looks good. It just doesn't. So, and I want it to. It deserves to. You guys have the best combat in the business. Best combat in the business, in my opinion. The game deserves to look as good as the best in the business, right? Should be looking like the God of War, the Spider-Mans, the Final Fantasies. Your game should be looking just as good, if not better. Your Team Ninja. Come on. Dead or Alive looks incredible. Ninja Gaiden looks incredible. Why does Nioh get the short end of the stick? I don't understand that with you guys. I don't get that. I don't quite understand. All right, number 12. We're almost done. Number 12. All weapons should be usable in both Samurai and Ninja stance. I'm sure this is feedback you guys have been getting. I like that you're doing the Samurai Ninja stance. I think there's a lot of depth there. I think it's really cool. You have double the amount of depth, having the martial arts gauge, kind of like over from Wulong. I see what you're doing with the Samurai. And then the Ninja has the, being able to kind of jump and fight in the air. It's insane. I really like what you're doing. but you can't alienate players by locking a certain weapon behind one stance or the other stance. You know, allow us to pick and choose which weapon we're going to use in the stances, and the stances themselves can have the weapons function differently. I don't know exactly how that could look, but you guys are the professionals. I'm sure you can come up with it with a group, a team, and you can sit down for a day or two and figure out how can the talons, the claws function differently being ninja style versus samurai style, right? So that's how you could do it to make it more unique, right? Actually, right away I'm thinking just having the stances in the samurai style. So just having the high, medium, and low stance. You could just have different move sets, right, for the weapons. Then when they come over to the ninja style, the weapons are a little faster, right? And you can float in the air a little bit more. Just things like that. It doesn't even have to be that different. That would be cool if you made them different. It doesn't even have to be. Players will just be happy that they can use their tonfas in both the ninjutsu and the samurai style, right? And that'll allow players to switch between them seamlessly. Because I'm telling you now, I played online for a fair bit here, and every player that I came across, literally every single one, they only used one style. It was either the ninja style or the samurai style. And they just used that style the whole time because they liked the weapon. Mostly it was the ninja style with the kusurigama, the chain scythe blade, right, where you swing it. Most players were just using that and running around with that thing. And that's it. They never switched. They never switched to the samurai. I never saw them switch and do a key burst or a burst counter, anything like that, to switch into the samurai style. So I think that's unfortunate. They should be able to switch back and forth and use whatever weapon they want. That's simple. There's been rumors that you guys are doing that, and I hope it's true. And you can take it further by having the weapons function differently depending on which style the player chooses to use. All right, number 13. You got to add the key pulse to the ninja style, man. You can attach it to the mist if you want, right, where you're doing you're pressing square or whatever it is. But you got to add the key pulse to the ninja style. Key pulse it's the core. It's one of the core fundamental principles of what makes Nioh Nioh. It's what separates it from the FromSoft games and all the Souls games. I love that mechanic ever since I discovered it in Nioh 1 and started to master it in Nioh 2. Key pulse is it's so crucial, so fundamental. Taking it away from the ninjutsu style, from the ninja style, I don't think that's a smart move. You gotta add it in. Yes, I know you have it kind of where you can like do the dodge, the perfect dodge, and that helps. And that is a step in the right direction. But I don't think there's anything getting around just having the key pulse there. And I'm actually concerned. In Nioh 1 and 2, you used to be able to attach the key pulse to your dodge. So I really hope you guys have that. I really hope that's still in this game because I haven't seen it yet. I hope that's at least minimum. It's got to be on the samurai style, but hopefully it's on the ninja style as well. When I dodge, I want to be able to attach my key pulse to the dodge, right? And then recover my key. So yeah, you got to add it. You got to add it. The evade is good, though. Like I said, the evade perk is good, right? Where you dodge and get your key back. If you dodge at the perfect timing. I think it's pretty cool. Okay. Number 15. Allow us to upgrade our ninjutsu and omnio spells to make them stronger. So in Nioh 1 and 2, like if you had a certain spell, you could unlock it, right? You press X, and then you press X again, and you would unlock the level 2 version or the level 3 version. Please add that back. Once again, I don't know if it's not in the game, if it's in the game or not, but please add that. I want to be able to go deep into the spells, into the onmyo or the ninjutsu that I like, and I want to make them stronger. Like I like the windmill shuriken. I like it. So I want to be able to make that windmill stronger. Let me upgrade it once, twice, 3 times, things like that. Please allow us to upgrade our magic and ninjutsu. Okay? Number 16, you got to add an onmyo magic skill tree. I didn't see it. It's not here. It's like attached to the soul cores. And I don't really care for that. I think you should go back to how Nioh 1 and 2 was. Have the ninjutsu skill tree, right, with all the little nodes, and then onmyo skill tree with all the little nodes. You need to have both of them, Okay, you can't just have one. I don't know why you took it away and you're attaching it to the soul cores. And if you want to keep them attached to the soul cores, and that's how we unlock them, okay. But still, I think you should have the skill tree there so that we can quickly go into the skill tree and look at what Onmyo we want, how it affects other things, what it does, blah, 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 and upgrade it from level 1, 2, and 3. I think you need the skill tree of the Onmyo magic, because I love Onmyo magic, man. The rejuvenation talisman, the quick change scroll talisman, all these different things. They were awesome, really cool. Yeah, so please add the Onmyo skill tree back. Okay. All right, number 17. Yeah, I think you guys got this nailed. I just want to reconfirm. You got to add more weapons. Like, there needs to be more weapons. I want to see a big chunky axe like a Nioh 1. I want to see the switchglaive. I think the switchglaive is one of my favorite weapons in all of video game history. And for those of you that never played Nioh 2, please go do and get yourself a switchglaive and try it out. That weapon is so good. It's like a scythe that, like, you know, the Grim Reaper would use. But then it has 3 different stances, 3 different forms. Oh, it's so good. And as soon as I see it, I'm just telling you now, for me, I'm probably going to be running switchglaive and claws. I love claws because I feel like Wolverine. I love getting up close and personal. But then the switchglaive is like this little bit more long range, aggressive attack. But at the same time, I'm kind of hoping you guys have like 2 weapons and 2 weapons so that we can equip 2 weapons on each stance. So like if I can have 2 weapons on my ninja style and 2 weapons on my samurai and just switch them on the fly real quick while I'm playing. So I'll have like the switchglaive and the claws on my ninja, and then I would do like a big axe, you know, and an odachi or the hatchets with my samurai stance. So I think that'd be really freaking cool. If you guys do that, I will literally explode. I think the fan base will explode if you allow us to equip 2 weapons for samurai and 2 weapons per ninjutsu. So 4 weapons equipped total. Oh my god, that's amazing. I love what you guys are doing, because we're having like 2 different armor sets right away. And if you're going to have us add 2 extra weapons, so 4 weapons total, oh, that would just be next level. Next level, man. All right, 2 more. The death song, man. The death song is okay. Freed from this mortal coil. Please either allow us to pick what the death song is, or go back to Nioh 1's, or even Nioh 2's death song. But Nioh 1's death song is, to this day, the best death song I've ever heard, ever. It's one of the only ones I've ever heard. Most games don't really play music when you die. Nioh does. And freed from this mortal coil in Nioh 1, please bring it back. For the love of God, bring it back. This one is okay. It kind of went, you know, best to worst. Nioh 1's was the best. Or sorry, I'll go like this. Nioh 1's was the best. Nioh 2's was a little bit worse, but still really good. And Nioh 3's death song, for me, this is all me personally, subjectively. I don't care for Nioh 3's. It's not bad. It's just nowhere near as good as Nioh 2's, and absolutely not even close to Nioh 1's Freed from This Mortal Coil. That song is just so eerie, beautiful, haunting. Love it. Love it. And it does make me feel like I'm, you know, dead or dying and going to the afterlife. So you guys nailed it with Nioh 1 and 2. And then Nioh 2, you had the same song, but you had like angels over it, right? Singing, which is fantastic. In Nioh 3's, you don't even play the song. It's a completely different song altogether. It's not bad, but it just doesn't do it for me. And then the last one, very small thing, is just the shrines. Some of the shrines have this very high-pitched sound, this eerie, high-pitched sound. Like it does not sound good. It's grating. It's grating, and it does not. It's not aesthetically pleasing to the ear at all. So the shrines, some of them you got to fix the sound design. I think on the shrines, just allow them to be very subtle. And focus more on the little kodamas, the little chirps, the little beeps and bops that the kodamas use. Those guys are awesome. So allow them just to take over the shrines and, you know, be the sound of the shrine. You can have that little hum of the shrines that the shrines make, and that's totally fine. You've had it since Nioh 1. That sounds fine. But there's something here in Nioh 3 about the shrines that I don't like. It doesn't do it for me. It's very grating, and it actually like hurts my ears to listen to. Only some of them though. It's very odd, especially in the Crucible. You know, the Crucible Manifest. Something about those like Buddha statues in there, the shrines that are in there. They don't sound good, especially at the end when you're fighting the boss. That last shrine. I don't know what it is exactly. It's this weird high pitched frequency that's playing, and I don't like it. So yeah. Otherwise, you guys are nailing it, man. You guys are absolutely nailing it. I'm only giving you this feedback because I love you, right? Because I love your games. I love your franchises. I want them to be the best that they can be. I want to see you guys succeed. You know, I'm obsessed. The Kodamas, I love that you brought them back. You know, it's fantastic exploring, running around, trying to collect them and find them and everything. And then you added I love how in Nioh 1 you had the Kodamas, Nioh 2 you had the Kodamas and the Scampuses, the little cats, the rolling cats. Awesome, fantastic. And then in Nioh 3 you add those Ochikis or whatever the name is, the floating balls, you know, in the sky that you have to shoot with your bow and arrow, and then they turn into a weasel, and then they crawl on your arm, and you look at them. They're so cool, man. They're so cool. I love them. You have 3 amazing, friendly yokai that we can, we can become friends with and we can interact with, and they give us little perks and buffs. Incredible. I wish the From Software games would have stuff like that. The little attention to details that you guys do, that you guys have, it's just next level, man. It's next level. So that's why I give you this feedback. I tell you the things that I think that need improvement, you know, that you can work on, because I do believe you guys are the best of the best. You know, you have it in you to be the best, and I want to see that come to fruition. I want to see people give you the love and the respect that you deserve, because I truly believe you're up there with the From Softwares, you're up there with the Square Enixes and the Capcoms. Team Ninja is right here. You're all here. You know, you're all together, in my opinion. Yeah, you deserve it. You deserve to get more respect and more love. And, you know, that's why I do this. I made the longest review in the world for Nioh 2, you know, back when it came out in 2020 during COVID. Because I just want to see you guys get your flowers, get the love you deserve. Fantastic. Yeah, and there's a couple glitches, right? Like frame rate drops and stuff like that. You guys got to iron that out. I'm confident you will. You got to have the frame rates be solid 60. I'm playing on the frame rate mode. Has to be solid 60. When you're playing with people online, it drops even more sometimes. So you got to iron that stuff out with the enemies and the glitching and the lag, whatever. But other than that, man, you know, just keep doing what you're doing. I'm excited for the game. Can't wait to play it. I'll be there day 1. Hopefully, you guys, I want a physical edition. Please make it beautiful. Give me a steelbook case, right? Maybe a little character, a little figurine. I don't care, whatever. But at least a steelbook case, something I can put up on my shelf. You know, I want you guys. You're a good enough game. You're an amazing enough game. I want to put Nioh 3, you know, up here. It deserves to be with Bloodborne, Stellar Blade, Elden Ring, you know, Dragon's Dogma. You deserve The Legend of Zelda. You deserve to be up on the shelf. I want you up there. So, yeah. Can't wait to see what you guys are cooking up. Hopefully you listen to this feedback, and I'm not just speaking into the void, but at least I know in my heart, no matter what happens, you know, I spoke my mind, spoke my truth, gave you guys all the best feedback that I could. How to make the game amazing. Oh, the combos are great. See, there's things I could just sit here and glaze you guys and give you compliments all day. The combos are fantastic. You know, the customization is amazing. The different spells are great. The living weapon, bringing all that back, is incredible. The burst counters feel good. They feel meaty. There's so much I could tell you that's good, but you're already doing it. So you know what I mean? You don't need to hear that. Being able to keep pulse and get rid of the Dark Realm stuff, yeah, it's all top notch. I'm here. I'm giving you the harsh love, right? The double jump. Oh, the double jump, the air dodge. It's all so Krispy Kreme, man. You guys made these great strides. It's just having the levels be kind of open field, not open world. It's perfect, guys. It is perfect. Please don't change it. You had Nioh 1. The Nioh 2 is a little more open, a little bit. Wulong was a little more open. Then Rise of the Ronin. Rise of the Ronin was too much. Too big. Way too big. Nioh 3 it's a perfect size, you know? I feel like my exploration is being rewarded. I go around different corners, into caves and stuff. There's always something to do, always something to find. You're doing great. The level design is fantastic. I cannot wait to see the full game having this open field. It's not, I was so scared it was going to be open world. I don't want an open world. To me, open world games are mostly very boring. Even the best of the best, like Elden Ring and Zelda. I love those games very, very much. Most of the time, I think those games could have done just as good having half the world size. Cut the world in half, those games would have been just as good. Because you're just running through fields for 5 minutes looking for something, you know? You could still have all the caves, you could still have all the dungeons, all the enemies, all the bosses, but just half the world size. So that players aren't just literally running for minutes on end before they find something interesting. This, Nioh 3, world size, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect, especially for someone like me. Alright guys, that's all I gotta say. I love you, keep doing your thing, and I hope I get to work with you guys one day in the future, man, because you're one of my favorite developers in the world. And I'd love to actually, work with you more directly. Even if it's just like this, and we can communicate through videos like this. I don't mind at all, but to actually know that, you guys, my voice is being heard by you, and we can have a discussion, how to make your games better, that would mean the world to me. And I'm going to support you guys. As long as you keep making games like this, I'll be supporting you my entire life until I leave this earth. All right? Take care. I am the Lion of Truth. Thank you so much for watching.